guess who just designed some merch? Guilty! I used Redbubble, who are known for their good quality prints and item materials. Here are some of the items I got, not only to show you, but to test myself. One of my favorites is my yandere design on the pillow. So I've got 3 different types of designs. I've got my yandere version, the neon Wonderland, and classic Wonderland. Here's the neon one on black, looks best on black, and I've put this through quite a few washes, and the print and the black color fabric has stayed really clean. You can also get pins, postcards, it's just showing you the designs, and alternatively enough, you can get them on stickers. I wasn't going to do this, but when I saw you could do a pet bandana, I mean, come on, how could I not resist? Doesn't he just look like such a gorgeous model? So if you would like a piece of my crazy Wonderland in your life, here you are, links in description. Drum roll please, da 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 da. Something a bit different this week. Look, it's a kit. I have not done one of these before, and of course by Bandai Spirits, no doubt. I actually have a friend who has a few Gundam kits, and I've also seen some other series that you have to build. I think one's a bit more of a gothic one. Let me put a picture up there. I would love to get some from this, but no doubt here is the Miku kit. And for you who have been subscribed to me since last Halloween, you will know I got this in 2021 Halloween haul. So this has been boxed up for a year and I have not done it. But do you know why? The big question is why. It's because I've been waiting for this year's Sakura trees, aka my trees. I have 2 cherry blossom trees. They're double blossom, so epic, more blossom power. And I wanted to take some pictures with my Sakura figures, of course Sakura Miku figures. So I was waiting, I thought, okay, well I might as well keep it boxed up waiting until I can take pictures with it. So now's the time. I thought I would lose them in some of this awful weather I'm having down here, a lot of rain, but I hadn't, and so thus let's build the kit. So you can choose 4 poses, it looks like here, and looking at all of them, I think I'm going to go for the 03B version because I quite like how she has her hands. Now these are the tools I have: a deadly bonsai knife and 2 different types of clippers. So let's see how we go. I think that should be good. I hope I don't chip any of the plastic, but we'll see. So following the instructions, let's get out the first packet, and we've got the green leaves in. No, I'm sure that's probably closer to the end of it, and I am a little bit intimidated by all the parts, but nevertheless I know this is going to be fun. I think I'm more scared of accidentally chipping too much away than I don't know, the actual building of it, because I know these kits can be quite intimidating for some people. Anyway, clipping them, I tried this way, clipping with but no, I think the clipping with the straight edge of the pliers is the way to go, which is probably obvious for most people that use pliers, but there you go, first piece off, woo! And looking pretty clean cuts, might I say. So, the first part is building her bust. When I first saw this, that you could get this, I thought, oh, I love this, because you could get the original color bust and also the Sakura color. And since I have quite the Sakura shrine, I think I have a majority of Sakura Mikus, with exceptions being Q-Pos kits and maybe some of the mini figures, which are either hard to get or I'm not sure, I like them more. It's not really the more realistic Miku look, not as distorted, I guess. Putting together the front and back pieces, and they fit pretty seamlessly. Woo! Yay! Now then, bringing out the next piece, which I believe is her little side belt. And I'm glad they actually included this sticker which has the 2 different pink colors that go on it, because I know some of her prize figures don't have the light pink and the dark pink, and they might just have one single color, which frustrates me. Like, not all of them, are just the few odd one, which makes it, I think, probably even worse. And I do like that distinguished pink monochrome goodness. Monochrome? No, monochrome. Bleh. Anyway, you know what I mean. Cannot speak today. Now getting her tie out as well, and that is so cute and adorable. You saw me gently trying to cut away with my dangerous pliers. Ooh, just to try to get those clean edges. I would sand, but there's nothing I could really make it smooth with, so that's why I didn't bring out any of my sandpaper. Now then, the first part that I have to hold my breath, and this is putting on the first sticker. I would have got it a bit closer if I could, but I was really trying to line that up to as perfect as I can. And might I say, look at that! It lines up perfectly. May not look so at the other end, but it is. It has a slightly raised area and it is lined perfect. But to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere, I brought out some cotton tips just to help me push down, put pressure on those stickers, so I make sure they're not going anywhere, of course, when I get them set. Now, I couldn't believe that I had to put on these other stickers, which are these tiny little, like, ruffles on her dress top. And it's, look at that. I think I did pretty well considering this bit. I was like, at first I was like, are you serious? But, yeah, no, look at that. Lined up perfectly. It did take me a little bit, not too much time, but I did want to try to get it as perfect as I could, because that's just the perfectionist in me. But as you can see, there's a bit of a chip in that arm too, so that I haven't got... Yeah, no, that was the one annoying thing in one of the skin arms. The chip wasn't as good, but that's probably partly my fault. I wish I could do a bit better. Now, putting on the bottom piece, I found, because it's like a W, the best place was probably to put the middle of the W first and then work down both sides to try to even it out. Make sure you get both ends to the seam lines. Yeah, and while building this look, I think he's found the box. It's no longer my box anymore. It belongs to my cat. Can't do anything about it. Wonder if it's nice and warm. It's a bit cool today. You want to sit in the box? Oh no, my cat has a terrible habit, may I say, habit/addiction of loving to chew plastic. Like this sort of plasticky, the stuff that's more noisier than ever, and it drives me insane. And we don't intentionally leave our plastic. It's like maybe if I've got like a pack of beans or something I'm gonna wash for dinner, he tries to chew it. Or if I've got like packages like this from my merch or anime figures, he loves trying to chew it. So after trying to do that, he did walk away and I believe sit in the box. So he's there off camera keeping me company, which is very sweet of him. But I think he's also keen to see how well I do. He's probably get a kick out of me failing. But apart from that arm, which we will not talk about, I think I'm doing pretty well. And you've got her cute collar. I will say, for it being like a really cool casting, it is very well sculpted. I'm loving the sculpt design. And there he is, just to prove I'm not making this up. He's just I love it though, because he's like a sack of potatoes and he's spilling over the box and the box is about to rip. But I couldn't move him at all. Fixing up the stickers of the tie, and is it finally time? Yes, to put on the first flower. That's probably the sticker palette that I'm most excited about putting on all the flowers, but maybe a little bit intimidated by, especially when it comes to the hair, because I want to try to position it just like the prototype. But of course that will never be possible. Be exactly like the prototype. Now then, this was the bit that gave me a little bit of grief, and so far so easy, you know, good putting it together, straightforward. Now it's trying to find the parts for the hands, which is straightforward, but still I got a little confused because there are a few alternative colors. As you can see in the background, we've got our browns and then we've got our pink palette, so it's trying to work out which ones to use. And some of the colors they didn't give me as much of. Putting on the thumb there, I thought that was a little weird that they couldn't include the thumb, but maybe that particular pose hand design, they couldn't cast it like that for that particular reason. I thought it would be really cool if they included parts so you could interchange the arms really easily, but you only have enough to have them in one pose per time. Such as this stupid, I'll just say the one annoying thing is this little white insert in the sleeve there, and putting on that sticker, which is the only one that kind of had a little, not bubble up, but it kind of up a bit because it goes around surface. But that, see that white sleeve? I got the wrong arm. Yep, and here's me. I could not get it out, so then I thought I'll carefully wedge it out with my knife, which I did a little bit. Then I got my pliers and I had to pull it off camera because I didn't want to knock the camera stand over. But oh, that was frustrating. So you only get one of those white inserts, and even though you get all these other inserts, you have another pink one, I think. So a pink set and a white set, and you can't have them all at the same time. So I think it would have been cool to have it so you can interchange the hands easily like Nendoroid parts after you build them, but unfortunately that's not the case. I mean, maybe that's the point, but in the same token, it would be cool to interchange them quickly, I think, because otherwise I probably won't be changing their hands too often. Hands, arms. Anyway, these were a bit of annoying stickers. You had the square one, then you had to put them around the rim, and they were so thin I felt like I was going to rip them, but I got them. I think I got them pretty centered, which is nice. Now then, oh, this was a little tricky because of the arm bent like this. It was very difficult to, yeah, so even though the sticker did crease a little bit, I got it to the best of my ability right on the line, which is tricky with the sleeve center. Now then, we're going to get to the exciting bit, her hair. Soon. Oh, actually her face. Now this is very exciting because it has this really cool like tongue bit. I don't know why. I just really wanted to clip the face, the mouth together just because it seemed very satisfying. And to think this was cast in a layering system like this is so cool. Like to work out this so it works out perfectly, especially with the eye color going in there. Like, that is so cool. I don't know how they did that so seamlessly. Well, I mean, of course I can think about it, but it's just, it looks so well, perfectly done. I love that they've got that pink eye color because it's actually being cast in plastic. Very cool. They're taking out all her fringe pieces, which I'm glad she has. I'm putting her weird tongue piece on this end piece, which I tried putting it straight in the mouth straight away, but I'm like, oh okay, it's got to go on this piece. I got too far ahead of myself. Just making sure that this goes into the crease of the hair to get that nice finished off look, even though I won't be looking forward to the back of her because of her shoulders. Now putting it together, and this is where I made a mistake too. I got out the pink headset, and that's not the ones. I didn't realize Star put the stickers on them, and soon I will realize that I've got the wrong color out. So it's nice that they've got these different options, but it's interesting. I'm not sure why they included pink because pink hair, and here I'm like, okay, I'm meant to take out this color. Well, obviously they wouldn't include them unless of course they wanted them as an option, but of course I wanted the other color because it won't stand out as much and will go with all the other Sakura Mikus that I have in my Sakura Miku shrine. Look at him, he's just bulging out. Oh, so I had to get the stickers out, and I already put pressure on them with the cotton tip, but I managed to get them off in one piece, so that is something. I thought this was really cool. You can actually move the little microphone in the headpiece. I thought that was a really nice touch. Look at that joint. Now I think I put these on first, and the color is definitely better than the pink because otherwise it would just blend away. Now putting on her fringe. I'm excited because of all the pieces. You know I love hair sculpts and everything, so I was pretty happy and hyped about that. And look at this! We're starting on the hair stickers. Da, 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 da. And I wanted to make sure that they suctioned on and was put in every crease perfectly. So once I set it and I'm like, I'm happy with that. I think that is as close as I can get it to the original. I made sure to put a lot of pressure on and get my nail, so make sure that it goes in all the creases. Oh, because I would hate for this to come off, especially. And I also want it to look as suctioned onto the hair because it's clear. I want to make it look as one, especially from looking at a distance. And might I say, I think I'm doing pretty well. This piece though took me for ages. It feels like just rewatching here because I was like, okay, is this right? Because it's the main one. It's the main 2 flowers on her front fringe. It has to be perfect. And I thought at this point I might as well put her tattoo on. Very cool. And I just love the red touch too. It just works so well with the pink, even though that's her original color anyway. Putting in her neck, and it's actually on a ball joint as well, which I didn't initially think of until this point. I was thinking, oh, that's cool, because then I could turn her head, which, duh, you'd think. But that is nice. I didn't expect you'd be able to turn her head. There you go. I'm just having fun with it there. I love that it has the 2 little pieces of hair at the back as well. Now it's telling me to make the base, and I just want to make the rest of her hair, but I guess we better make the base. So, and add the little flower for the nice touch. I'm glad they didn't just leave it blank. You could add another flower on. Any excuse to use these flower stickers, I will take it. I chose to use the pink because even though you're not going to show it much, I think it's closest color to her skirt. So if you're going to see a tad, then I think that would be a good choice. Putting her arms on, it's looking so good. Where like I had a lot of fun putting this together. I'm legit thinking of maybe getting some more kits potentially. We'll see. But they'll have to be working with themes that I have in my collection because I'm running out of space and I'd like things to work together. And oh, a bit bored now, are we? I'm glad he didn't fall backwards, but I'm sure it wouldn't faze him at all. What do you think? I think it's because there hasn't been too much drama. He's walking away because it's potentially boring for him. Or that, or to eat food. So, I'm getting out the cherries. I love that they put cherries in her design. I'm not sure what inspired the original artist to put cherries in the design. I know, cherry blossom tree, but I guess some cherry bushes do have little cherries. But still, her design has giant cherries, and I just love it. It's gorgeous. These are basically the size of apples, to be honest. Though I do guess there are technically cherry apples. The one annoying thing about these is you couldn't really cut them to make them look completely clean and smooth, and I guess I could sand them, but then I would get rid of that pretty sheen. They look like beads. You potentially could use beads, but then they kind of have that kind of peach crease. So here I'm putting them on here. I did clean up the edges a little bit after I put them on, gave them a bit more of a surface I could hold on to the leaf without potentially dropping it into the abyss known as the floor. All Nendoroid owners will know that pain. And oh, here you go, the pieces are together, so you know what that means. I get to work on her pigtails. Yes, the hair. They are actually really thin and light, so I was surprised. And then they had little end bits that you put on to create a little bit more thickness. And I do love the sculpt and overall shape of them as well. They are on the thin side, not as laid as her hair. No complaints at all, but of course if they did layer it a bit more like her fringe is just beautifully layered, perfect. But it doesn't matter because look at all the flower stickers they've given me to work out where to put. Go, I got a bubble in this one and I was like, no! So I eventually worked it out, but I think that was probably the worst bubble that I have had through this entire build. So not too much drama. I just found the positions that I thought looked closest, as I was saying before, push them down and then work them hard in with the cotton tip. First one done, now assessing and putting on the ones for the second one. Not sure if I'd get the original version. I could, it would be so fun to build, but I'm pretty content with the Sakura one. I actually do not have, I think I only have one figure of Hatsune Miku in her original outfit. Funny, because I do love it. I'm just, and it's a prize figure too. Don't have her on display currently, but maybe I should put her on display because I still love the figure. But what can I say? She's made me love this pink color even more. Sakura, cherry blossoms, this pink is a really good feel color for me, and it's become my second favorite color, and I just love it. Makes me feel so happy. So that's why I just had to get this version, and maybe that's also why I have my massive Sakura shrine. Even characters from other series. Sorry, I have to stop for a moment because look, you have like a little hole in the top, which was a little bit weird. I think that's probably because they had to do that because of the cast. A little distracting, but hopefully it's hidden by the awesome cherries. But as I was saying, from other series I love, if they have pink versions, which I love, I have to get them as well. Like I've got a pink Homura, Sakura Rem, even Isaiah from Jorora. I have his psychedelic version, which is really cool. But here she is finally all together, and I absolutely love her. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to put her together well, but I'm very happy, and you can't see a lot of the little nip areas where I've cut her. And, well, you know, where it's told me to cut apart from her shoulders, but like I said, we will not speak of that. But having a close-up of her face, I love the dimensions. They really did an awesome job with the shape of her face, her mouth, her fringe. I think it's really awesome, and I might try out some arms, we'll see. Yeah, and you can see that her hair's very thin, but I overall really love the design. Can't wait to put her in her shrine, but I highly recommend this, especially if you'd like to do a kit that's not one of those. I think I would be actually intimidated by Gundam because they like awesome robots and they've got like these really intricate beats, and this kit is probably definitely more friendly. Talking of which, let's bring on the showcase.
Hope you're doing well. I know it's been a while, but you're still in my head. I wonder if you think about me now and then, like I do right now about you. I wish it didn't have to end, but life is what it is, and I will try to mend. Though I'm kinda hoping that you feel the same as I do right now, right now. Tell me now, 'cause I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just wanna be right next to you. Even though I try to get you off my mind, you know that I'm thinking about you all the time. Like when we were driving in her car, looking at the stars, made us stop at every bar we found. I can see us like a movie in my head. I only wish I didn't have to watch the end. I try to focus on a different part, like when you play guitar, always singing me that song from Friends.
My cherry blossom trees may be small and still growing, but this year has been the best for them. So happy I was able to have gorgeous blooms and that they didn't lose their flowers in this horrible storms we had around me recording this video. I'm so glad I could share them with you as well as share them with my gorgeous figures. How cute was Miku with them? This kit I had so much fun with. I knew I would enjoy it because I'm a bit of an arty craft person myself, but yeah, no, this has definitely inspired me to potentially go dive in, dare I say, into a bit more of building Bandai Spirits kits or other ones potentially, but definitely has tweaked my interest, and hopefully I might be able to get a few more kits that I would like to build. She is, what can I say about this kit? I highly recommend if you love Miku, if you love Sakura Miku, if you want something to build. This kit not only is enjoyable to build and your cat would love the box, you will also end up with an awesome addition to the collection. What more could I say? Also, I always forget to add, if you're looking for like-minded collectors such as myself, feel free to join my Discord channel, link in the description as well. Thank you all so much for joining me this week. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Take care, treat yourself of course, and I'll catch you soon. Bye!